Good morning and welcome to a Saturday edition of Dechen's Daily Dharma. Today we're going to talk about Pran Mudra, which is a way of holding your hands in a position that is good for your awareness of your elemental vitality. Okay, Pran Mudra is the combination of the earth element represented by this middle finger here, okay, the stomach, the water element. Ooh, it's harder to move that pinky. Isolate the pinky. The water element, okay, and of the little finger, and the fire element of the thumb. Okay. Now, of course, we also have an air element and an ether element, and the most commonly known mudra is this chin mudra that brings the fire to the air and spreads out the ether, the earth, and the water. Okay, that's a nice mudra too that's more popularly known. However, fire, when exposed to the air, right, depletes or can throw the water and earth out of balance. So Pran Mudra is the fire restoring the balance between the fire and the water. Okay, so this is a very good mudra for digestion. It's a very good mudra for becoming aware of what yogis call prana, okay, which is similar to breath. It's similar to movement. It's similar to the sensation of heat. Okay, but prana is one of those difficult to define yoga terms. You know, some people call it energy. Some people feel it's synonymous with chi or ki energy. These kinds of, depending on the use of it, that's a perfectly working good definition. All right, so this is Pran Mudra. You do it with both hands. And I like to do it before practicing yoga to build up my awareness of prana. So I'm practicing my yoga from a pranic body rather than just with the physical body. And I also like to use it after the vigorous physical exercise. I might have forgotten about the prana part and just been moving my body around just to get through the class. And then, however disconnected to prana I am, I reconnect to prana with this Pran Mudra. Okay? And then later, once I've established myself in Pran Mudra, I move on to some other mudras, which I'll teach in a different episode. Okay, and there's a special treat at the end of the episode as well. So we'll get to that. But here is a 18 breath meditation. Okay, it means I'm going to meditate for 18 breaths. And in the Pran Mudra, I'm going to push the phone back a little bit, the camera back a little bit, so you can see how I position my hands for Pran Mudra. Okay, there, good. Here we go. All right, that was 18 breaths of Pran Mudra. Now, I would like to explain a affirmation that I like to use alongside Pran Mudra that I learned from my source of mudra teaching, which is Gertrude Hirsch, Yoga in Your Hands. Okay, it's a wonderful book about mudras. I will put the Kindle link to Gertrude Hirsch's mudras, Yogas in Your Hands, in the comments below. And she uses an affirmation with each mudra. And the affirmation for the Pran Mudra, okay, the middle finger touching the tip of the thumb and little finger, okay, fourth ring finger. You can either fold the knuckle down or you can touch gently at the tip. And it's a balance. What you want is a balance of appetite, okay, and digestion. Okay, you want a balance of appetite and digestion. So if I am feeling stagnant, right, it's because I'm not digesting. Okay, and if I'm feeling depleted, right, or restless, maybe there's some appetite, right, that is unresolved, that needs to be settled. And so really we want to cultivate an appetite for the rewards of life. Okay, and we want to digest whatever challenges or stagnation which we encounter. Okay, so this is a metaphor for the inner vitality being affected by our feelings of our outer life. Right? Am I taking in enough of what I'm meant to take in this life? Am I feeding my appetites in a healthy way? Am I respecting how much control over me my appetites have? Right? And planning my life so that my appetites will lead me to good rewards. Okay? So appetites are cultivated. We have some basic appetites, but pretty much appetites are cultivated over the course of a long life. So, and digestion, right? Digestion. Do I really, no matter if I'm taking in lots of appetite, am I taking in lots of stimulation, I'm getting, but I always need more. Am I really assimilating it? Am I really digesting it? Am I really aware that I have it? Am I aware of the boundary between my feelings of satisfaction and the objects that the mind begins to project, bring the satisfaction? So as you breathe in, you cultivate an appetite for the rewards of life. As you breathe out, you cultivate digestion for the challenges of life. And then this becomes a very general affirmation in your mind. Inhale appetite, exhale digestion, right? Or inhale rewards, exhale challenges, in the right balance with the right sequence. Okay, so there we are, Pran Mudra lesson for today. Start small with your meditation goals. Always choose a number of breaths that you're going to count in your mind. We did 108 breaths and how to count that a while ago in the first episode. And you don't have to always do 108. Maybe that's too much of a challenge, too frustrating, to lose your track of, the counting. Pick 18 breaths. Pick 18 breaths, 2 sets of 9. And then complete it. Notice the shift and repeat. Go for 27 breaths, 36 breaths, 45 breaths. And just like a runner has to start jogging around the block the first day and then go home, and then maybe jog 2 blocks the next day and then go home, and then the third day maybe 2-3 blocks and go home. You don't want to stress out your mind with too much practice too quickly. You want to acclimate to your practice in a gradual way. Okay, so I promised a little treat today, and I have received a package in the mail from someone at Macmillan Publishing. Ooh, wow, Macmillan Publishing. It's very prestigious. What on earth would they be sending me? Ooh, looks like a book. if you didn't know, I am a verified Amazon book reviewer, okay, mostly of science fiction and fantasy books, but I do cover Dharma books, self-help books, any topic really. And I have been sent an advance copy of Standing at the Edge by Roshi Joan Halifax. And I'm going to read this book and post an advance review. Right? This thing you can't get until May. Okay, so this is a great reward. Being part of the Dharma community, following a lot of posts, writing a lot of supportive comments, reading, closely, and responding to, a great teacher. And also, I will try to post below the Upaya Sangha has had recently a fire, and they do need some support rebuilding. So this book, paradoxically, will go along with a lot of fundraising to rebuild the Upaya Retreat Center, Upaya Monastery, the Upaya Chaplaincy. Roshi Joan Halifax, Standing at the Edge. So upcoming, okay, within 1 week, I will post a review of this book, and that will be another episode. All right, so thanks so much for Dechen's Daily Dharma, everybody. We took a little break, but we'll be back in daily broadcasts, and it's really, really fun to share with you. Enjoy your Pran Mudra. Pre-order your advanced copy of Standing at the Edge. And see you tomorrow.